Be starting shortly. We got 2 in. ISIS. Give it a few more minutes. Let's see if other people get in. It is a cold day here in Connecticut. This is a Wednesday, Wacky Wednesday stream event. I'm drinking coffee. It is very cold, especially in here. There's no heat in here. We got 6 people watching. How are you guys doing? We're going to start in a couple minutes. We're just giving some time for people to get in. Let's move you a little closer so I can actually read the chat from where I am. Oh. Hey, Ronald, no, I do a little bit of everything. See, there's boats. And, cars of all sorts. There's even, a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. Let's see if we can keep that balanced. The V900. Is that a boat? I'm not sure what the V900 is. Welcome, guys, to another stream. I am sipping coffee. We are in the studio. Kind of unofficially. I haven't finished building the studio. It is a mess. This is the building I keep my whole entire collection in, and hello. Oh, cool. It's a jet right out of the box. Cool. I used to fly back in the day. I haven't flown anything in a long time. I do still play around with some drones, but mostly for capturing footage. I haven't flown in quite some time. What's going on, Hurling? Hello. Welcome, everybody. Eventually, this will be have better lighting, and everything. Maybe if I keep my head right here, you don't get the glare. Because if I shut the light off, it'll be too dark for you to see. Once I start showing off all the different rigs I own. This was prompted by one of you guys. One of my many viewers asked me if I would do a collection video. And I said I would. I believe he goes to school and stuff, so he asked for a 4 o'clock stream. I normally like earlier streams, but I was like, well, I'm off this week. Yeah, I could do a 4 o'clock on Wednesday, and I could show you what I have. So that's what started this stream today. I'm sipping coffee, if you're wondering. It is only 50-some degrees where I'm at. It's ridiculously below temp the last few days. Hence the sweatshirt. There's no heat in this building yet. That's also another reason why I haven't finished the studio. I still got to finish doing some installation work. I still got to do a lot more work inside this shed before it's ready to actually be a fully running studio where I can just come in and run things. It's a separate building from the house where I don't have the dog. I don't have any interruptions. But let's see what else you guys. Jets are cool. Jets are very, very cool. We've been streaming for 7 minutes. We're waiting to see if anyone else pops in before I get started. Obviously, on like all my streams, they are. If you miss anything or have to go, you can go back and watch it on the channel. That's Roughneck Adventures. You'll see my symbol says Roughneck RC, my little label. Roughneck Adventures incorporates everything I do as far as hobbies and fun things. That's why the name switched, but originally we were Roughneck RC for years. And we just, at that point when we were just Roughneck RC, all we did was focus on RC stuff. As I got older, I got into other things, and I wanted to share things for different hobbies with people. So therefore I changed the name to Roughneck Adventures, but I still own Roughneck RC and a label called Roughneck RC. We're just flying that. Roughneck RC is the main thing, and then it says Roughneck Adventures. That is the channel, and that is how things have taken place, why it looks so the way it does. You'll see on the channel that there's some Comic-Con stuff, cosplay stuff. There's a lot of Ren Fair stuff. There's some off-roading stuff, real life, full-size off-roading stuff. Not a lot, but there is some. There's a little bit of gaming stuff. That's video games and board games. Not a lot. This channel still does 90% RC content. And that it probably will always be 90% RC content. I just like to sprinkle in a little bit of extra flavor here and there on things that I'm doing. And we're down to 3. I must have lost some subscribes. But we are gonna back the camera up a little bit, and we're gonna get this everything rolling. While I do that, we will flip on some music. That light is so annoying back there. Give me a minute. Maybe I'll kill that. Don't think we need that background light. Because if I put my head in the way, it looks great, right? I'll kill that light back there. Oh, that looks so much better. What do you guys think? I'm a little blinded now that I had the light in my face. Everything I'm seeing spots everywhere, spots. Yep, Nick, much better. Cool. 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 A little bit of background music going while I was doing that. It's almost up. Still get the glare from the window. There's nothing I can do about that right at the moment. Like I said, it's a shed. It hasn't been converted yet. I do lots and lots and lots of projects. So, alright. Let's see. Maybe we need to angle the camera a little bit more into the center. Like that. We got 6 people watching. So we can get the show on the road. Yes, we can. 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock stream. Like I promised. Don't let anyone tell me say otherwise. I got 2 trucks sitting here where the object is. This is gonna be a longer stream, guys. So get your popcorn ready. Your big gulp soda cup or coffee if you prefer. And if you prefer a frosty cold one, well, here's to you. It's a little too cold for a frosty cold one here, but yep, those of you who know what a frosty cold one is, you know what I'm talking about. And roll it up and smoke it up if that's your thing. It's not my thing, but if it is, lean back in that lazy boy and buckle up. We are going to go through each and every individual RC vehicle that I own right here today live. And since I'm streaming off the phone, we are hoping that the battery will last. It will take a minute or 2 or 3. Clear your calendars. I have quite a few rigs to go through. The only thing that's not out here is my drone, and that's charging in the house. So, just so you know, I own a DJI Neo drone. It's about yay big, and I do some filming with it. I don't really use it for recreational flying or FPV. It's mostly a follow me camera because you can set it up and it could follow you. And a lot of times I'm by myself. I don't have a crew to film with, so that's why I still do drones. I used to fly. You won't see any helicopters or airplanes here. I don't currently own any. I thought about getting back into them, but I currently do not own any, and too much to go, too much to do, and I just haven't gotten around to it. That's the current situation. Those are the things. You will see a whole bunch of land-based vehicles. Um, yes, Ronald, mostly crawlers, but I do have some fast stuff. Not a lot of fast stuff, but some. And I also have some boats, some watercraft to go through. Uh, that that is where we're starting at. And what better way to start than what with the two that I have currently sitting on here. Um, we're gonna start with this truck that's peeking around the corner here before we get to this interesting goblin truck. Reason why there's more to the goblin truck than just the front of the truck. A lot more, and I don't even know if I can fit it all on this table. This table's one of those folding up picnic table things that you carry with you when you're going camping and stuff. It's not super large, it's a smaller one, so we'll see if I can get the whole truck on here. So what did you... last thing person said was much better. Good. And how many people are in? 8 are in. Awesome. Good afternoon, people. Welcome to another exciting episode of Roughneck Adventures Live. I gotta keep moving. It is very cold in here. Not cold enough that I see my breath, but cold enough that my hands are stiff. I am an older gentleman, so we'll keep the show moving as fast as I possibly can. I am gonna go into some of these are stock stuff. Some of them are stuff I custom built. Like this is a custom build. I'll set that down there. So we're going to start with the latest and the greatest, and the thing that all you people, all you folks have been watching me build for several streams now. And that is the Executioner. This is the Executioner. Now, this is not an RTR. This is a custom truck. Exocage designed the chassis. They call it the Executioner chassis. Everything else besides that, I have chosen, my choice, the parts that have gone into this rig. For further details on, I'll tell you what the parts are. I didn't bring any tools, and I have this back piece bolted in. Maybe, yeah, I could probably take the body off. Never mind. But, any case, we're going to take a close look at this truck. So, starting with the tires, these are megalithic tires. Happens to be my favorite tire. These are in super soft compound. I don't know what, I think they're Intergy rims. And I went with kind of like a sunset paint job, sporting the mighty Mythosaur on the hood and on the sides. I'm not the best at painting, but I think it looked pretty dang good. Alright, so to pull these clips, this is where time comes in. To get this body off, Get a little peek under the hood here. Alright, so following up on the tires and rims, we have the axles, which are Mios axles, Mios Capra axles to be exact. Solid steel gears, followed by brass. They came with brass hubs that are on this. The front end weighs a lot. And as we go through each component, if you have questions, feel free to ask away if you so desire. The drive shafts, they're just drive shafts. The front drive shaft is out of Vanquish. The rear one is off of Amazon. So moving from the drive shafts, what does drive shafts connect into? The transmission. Transmission has a 30% overdrive. And this is a Amazon special transmission. Nothing special about it, but it was $39.99 for the transmission. I wanted to try it versus the Reef's transmission that just came out, and so I'm trying it. If I don't like the transmission, I'll pull it out and put something else in. But for this build, I was like, let me try this transmission out. Why not? You know, if it ends up being a great transmission, that's awesome. Powering this drive shaft and powertrain and all that, we have a Fusion SE. Fusion SEs are the motor that I like the most. There's other motors out. We all have our picks, our favorites, but for the price for the motor combo that's in it, because the ESC's built in, that's what it's Fusion. It's all in one. It's like $80. You get perfect control. It's can you find stuff that's better? Yes, but not at that price point. So there's that. Now we're moving. It is a carbon fiber. If you're wondering, this is carbon fiber frame rail set. That's the Executioner, including the thing that makes the Executioner so special is the skid plate. It is aerodynamic. It has very little flat surfaces. It's kind of shaped like an egg. That's what makes this truck perform. Backing all that up into the steering, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it very good. There, you can see that gold shiny thing right there. This is the steering servo. This is a brass raw 800 LP servo from Reef's. This is no expense was held back when it came to the servos. In a crawler, your servo is really the most important thing. So I went with that, which is a $200 servo, to make all my steering commands come true. And if you were wondering, it is waterproof, which is nice. Not that I plan on submarining this truck, but that is it. Obviously, you have limited space. Everything is most of the weight's down low. Everything's kept over that front axle. So, being limited space, I generally run 1500s or 1300s anyhow. This is the battery pack I am running in this truck, and then of course slightly bigger at a 1500. This is a 1300. It slides right in here how I have it, and everything hooks up nicely, and she is good to go. It sits on its own stand because of the design of the skid. Exo cage. You can get all the Exo cage stuff at exocage.com. I also will put a link later on in the description of the video when the video is over, in case you guys forget. Came up with the stand. He designed the truck and then made a stand that specifically fits the Executioner style skid. And the truck sits right there. The only other thing is the shocks are Reefs. So Reefs came out with a new shock. I generally run a different brand, but I decided to go with Reefs this time. And I wanted to test out their new shocks. So the shocks on this vehicle are Reefs. They're, I forget what they call them exactly, but they're the brand new shock. And the thing I like about them is there's no annoying E-clips inside them. These are 90 mil. They only come one size. There's not, you can't choose longer or shorter. That's what they are. Now I gotta pull all these pins back in, and then we'll get to the other truck. And of course, all the trucks behind me, and there's more vehicles in front of me over here, which you guys don't see. So, and before we get to those ones, we'll probably tackle what's in front of me because it's easier for me to get to. While you guys are waiting for me to put these clips in, let me throw a little bit of music on. Okay. Alright, let me take a minute to read the messages that are popping up, which means I zoom you back in, and you fall down and hit my hand. Alden, buddy. The rig came out. Nice, man. Good thing it is. Yeah, you're right. If any of the printed parts, I could just print them, but I would need your design skills because there is no files available for printed parts on that truck. Hey, crazy boy. Glad you're finally joining us. We've been running for 30 minutes. If you missed anything, you can rewind and watch later. And just so you know, the only thing you missed was me going through the Executioner truck, which you've been watching me build. Thanks, man. Yeah. some of the parts on Executioner, or even on this, like actually want to mold and do it out of a 2-part resin plastic, so it's stronger. But the TPU stuff is should be pretty strong. I shouldn't have too much problems with that, I don't think. We got 6 people watching, and they're waiting for the show to continue. A little bit of interlude. Got to catch up on chat a little bit. I gotta also sip this hot coffee here because, man, is it cold here. And it's cold in this building. There's no heat where I'm at in this building, and this is a very special stream. Crazy Boy was the one who actually wanted to see the collection, so he's only missed one truck. I'm glad he was able to make it in because I'm not only doing this once. This is going to be a very long stream, so buckle up, boys and girls. Kick back and that lazy boy. Get your bowl full of popcorn. Roll them and smoke them if you prefer, and have that frosty cold one. Why not? Yes, Alden, it's gonna be a long one. I do have a lot of stuff, including some stuff that, well, you know all my stuff. Well, I can't even say that some stuff you haven't seen because you've been to my house and you've hung out with me enough to see my whole collection before. But for the world, they have not. So we're gonna back this camera up. And besides, this is a nifty way to show off the collection versus the other way. Though some of the details on some of these rigs, since I built them years ago, might be fuzzy even to me. Because a lot of them are just shelf queens nowadays. That's what happens, shelf queens. Shelf Queen is a car that you don't run, you just have it on the shelf to look at. And all my trucks at one time were trail trucks, but as I've learned more skills in building and as I progressed in performance and figuring out stuff, I don't upgrade those other trucks. I just leave them as a shelf queen, an ornament. I look back and be like, yeah, I did that. I've come a long way since my first crawler. A very long way. And, it built things like what you're looking at. Alright, that brings me to this. This is a rock crawler. Just because it looks like a tractor trailer truck does not change its DNA that's underneath this thing. This truck, also, I don't have the trophy out here, it's in the house, got me a first place trophy for my skills as a builder. I do have to give Alden a shout out. This is a 3D printed, and this is TPU. I couldn't print this for the life of me. I had the file. My printer was not capable of printing it. And ever since I tried printing this, I've had nothing but headaches with that printer. So, shout out to Alden for coming to my rescue when I was in the middle of building this. I really needed this. And he hooked me up. Thanks, brother. Thanks for printing it for me. I couldn't have finished this without it. And this right here is what you identify with this truck, either this scale or the full scale from the movie, which, guys, do you know the name of the movie this came from? Have you seen the movie this came from? Does this look at all familiar? I'm going to give you a few minutes to think about it. Throw it up in the chat if you know what this rig represents and what inspired me to build it. I want the name of the movie. You don't have... Oh, give that girl a cigar! Or in her case, a blunt. Freaking... Then yeah, I know you know the answer because you helped me with this thing. Yep, it is one of my favorite movies to do. And Vicky Payne, you nailed it. I'm not gonna say it out loud. I'm gonna see if what other people have their answers, but obviously they can see your answer. But if you have not seen that movie, as old and as some the younger generation would think it's kind of cheesy, it is really cool. The whole premise of it, and the coolest part of that movie wasn't the actors; it was this truck. Give them a few more minutes. Few more minutes. Uh, few more minutes. Anybody else care to put an answer up there? All right, I can't even read that from there. There's gonna be a lot of back and forth with the camera here because I gotta do this manually to draw back distances. Let's see what everyone says here. Watcher, no jokes. I look like a young Chum Lee. I do have teeth. See. Um, all right. So your answer of the day is the movie is Maximum Overdrive. It was a 19, I want to say 87 movie, maybe maybe 80, 85 to 87. Between those years, I believe it came out. Might have been a little bit earlier. And it was Stephen King wrote it, directed it. It was also a fun fact, um, doing a lot of cocaine when he did do the movie. Fun fact, if you didn't know, Stephen King used to be into the party scene quite a bit. Explains a lot. The guy's rich though. So, and then in any case, yes, it was a Stephen King movie called Maximum Overdrive. Um, he, I can't remember the actor's name, but there was actually a few actors in there that you would recognize, but they were very young and in their 20s. Uh, but yes, if you haven't seen the movie, I recommend going to see it. Um, you can get it. You can probably watch it for free most times, and it is an excellent, excellent, excellent. I can't even say excellent movie. It was an excellent uh, end of days type scenario premise. It was fun, and that's the important thing that our movies are lacking nowadays is the fun factor. So it was just fun, and that truck, the Maximum Overdrive truck, is what I built. And now, without me yabbing my gums, uh, oh, then you're funny. I'm talking a lot. Watcher, you have a Toyota. The servo twitches. Steering servo twitches. Any idea? That could be a few things. If I lose connection here, it is because the storm is coming in. And I'm sorry about that, guys. I figured I just looked out the window. The wind is blowing fiercely. At least it was that second ago, and we are due for some like insane storms, winds, and heavy downpours and crazy weather. Probably brought in because of all the hurricanes and tornadoes happening to the south of us. So, I look like a young Chumley. That's too funny, man. You guys, I don't know if you know who Chumley is, but if you do, I don't think I look like Chumley. Yes, Victoria. Connecticut weather does suck. All right, this massive beast right here. Now, I'll give you. She weighs a bit too. She's on a Traxxas. Well, there isn't much Traxxas left in it, but the frame is I should say the chassis was based on was a TRX 6x6 Traxxas's. That's what this truck was built out of. Now, the smokestacks are metal. They're not painted that way. These are metal. I work in a machine shop, so I do have some stuff um, available to me. This is also not 100% completed. This was a 6 month build, and I got tired at the end, and I there's things I didn't get to, but the majority of it is done. It's a running truck. It has been out on crawling courses, and yes, there is a trailer. I do have a trailer for it, and that's all custom built. Like there's no kit for the trailer. I scrap built the trailer for specifically with off road axles, so it can go off road with the truck. There is video on the channel of this truck. If you type in maximum overdrive, go with your little fingers, your little digits, and you will find it. So here's it's on carbon fiber. The frame rails are carbon fiber upgrade from G Speed. It will run on 3S or 4S. It has a Fusion SE motor in it. I do not want to take this top off to show you inside, and that I am truly sorry for. It has lockers. The servo is under here, the micro servo. Its steering servo is a raw 500. Reefs again. I really like Reefs products. I've had great luck with them. And I generally don't run 800s. I generally run 500s. This truck has a 500. The only thing I have an 800 in is the last truck that we just looked at. So it has a deluxe fab transmission in it. Deluxe fab made this transmission with, again, it's actually it has 30% overdrive. It also feeds into the name Maximum Overdrive. This truck has overdrive built in. It has the drive shafts are cut to length from Deluxe Fab because I had to get certain angles correct to accommodate everything that's in this truck. Now, what makes this truck special is what it represents. It represents the 1980s, a kind of a cult classic film now, and it looks amazing. It's fun to drive, and not only that, this is a hard body. This is Tamiya King Hauler body, hard plastic. The smokestacks are aluminum, and they are hollow all the way down. The reason they're hollow all the way down is I never finished figuring out the smoke unit because this was going to pump live smoke. I was also going to put a sound unit in it. Now, if I can, this is going to be a tight squeeze on this table. I'm going to show you the trailer. This is the trailer, and it's as long as the table, so I don't think I can put it on the truck for you because this is a very long RC. It says Happy Toys on the side, yes. There also says Happy Toys up top. Yeah, let me move the rig so I can put this there because I want to show you how custom. We're juggling some stuff around here. Let's set down the floor for now. All right. Let's see. Can you see that axles? That's all me. That's all your boy right here. That's all custom. The other thing that I didn't get to was this is actually going to be an 8x8. Or is it? No, a 10x10. Sorry. I was going to figure out how to get power to these axles. The gears are in there. They're fully functional. The box is hollow. Now, it's seen better days. It's been sitting in here through the weather. Gets hot, gets cold. It does need a little TLC. And it's not the best looking trailer ever made. But it adds to it. Because it's made, remember, this is built to go off-road. This whole truck is built to do rock crawling. And not extreme rock crawling. I know some of you guys are like, oh, take it up the mountain, take it up the mountain. No. This is not that type of vehicle. The execution is for going up mountains. This is like, okay, there's some rocks, and you can play a little bit on them. because you get a little bit of roll with the trailer. You got to think about it. You're hauling, number one, it's almost 4 feet long put together. Maybe, like, and you're hauling the trailer. You get a lot of that trailer rock. So you got to think of, it's designed to go off road. It is completely will go off road. But as an extreme rock crawler, it is not. This is more of, you can do some off roading with it, but more not extreme. Probably like light to middle type style terrain. It'll go over rocks, but not boulders. Because once this starts to rock, if it kicks too much, like in real life, it will flip. It'll tip. Let's see if I can show you this. I don't know if I can get it to open. So this whole here is on a slide system the whole time. I don't know if you can see that. See, I just slid the whole top. So this box is hollow in here. You could put whatever you want in here. It's a little harder for me to get to you guys. Right now, you're too far with everything in my way. But let's see if I can show you. This is not easy to do. This thing's so big. That's what she said. You see, it's hollow. It was designed that way on purpose. Because now this is a sound chamber. I could put my smoke unit inside this and get access to it, open this up, and refill the smoke fluid, the fog fluid into the smoke to get the smokestacks. I can also put my sound unit in this, and when you put a sound unit, anybody that lived in the early 90s knows this, that when you build a box and you put a speaker, a subwoofer in there, you get more sound, better quality sound, a little deeper rumble. I could put the engine sound unit in this, and I'll hear that engine rum. And it's like an echo chamber. So that is some of the stuff I didn't get to. And then there's little things like, I'll bring it back. But let me, closing this up is always tricky. Always tricky. Especially since it wants to stick in the slides. Not super easy to do. You gotta kind of lift up and feed it back in. But that's good. Also a good thing that it won't just slide out when you're crawling. That is the trailer for Maximum Overdrive. Oh man, I gotta try to find a spot to put all this. It's not easy when you have so many. Not easy. Maximum Overdrive truck. We gotta get caught up on the chats. Yes, Vicky, I did say it was huge. I'm only showing 2 people watching. Ha! Everyone ran away. They must have got bored. It must be boring. But the other thing that I didn't do on this is that all the bells and whistles. The maximum overdrive truck still needs some mirrors here, little detail items. And you don't think these little detail items matter, but when you see the level of some of these people's builds in these competitions, these little detail items really do matter. The reason this is detailed, but it's not like super detailed. I'm talking about people put spark plug wires in RC. Like they make it so the hood comes up and you look in and you're seeing distributor caps with wires, little tiny miniature batteries. You got insane amount of detail. Like I build my trucks to run them. Something like that, I wouldn't even want to drive. It's just there to look at. It's a completely different level than me. And all those detail items will break when you're out on the trail. So they look nice, but there is a couple little detail items this truck is missing. And one of them is the side mirrors that I want to put on there. Maybe a door handle, some windshield wipers. Not a lot of things. Not a lot of things. The more important thing for me to do to this truck is to get the smokestacks working and the sound unit running. I have to buy the sound unit, and I have not figured a big enough smoke unit that can pump 2 smokestacks and have a big enough reservoir that it lasts for more than 2 minutes. Plus, I got to figure out the piping going from the stacks all the way to the back of the trailer. So plumbing. That is how it goes. Now, Maximum Overdrive truck. There's video on it. There's videos of me making it. There's plenty of videos about it. It's one of those trucks that I will never sell. It really is like took all my skill. I was burnt out. I didn't build another RC for a very long time because of building the Maximum Overdrive truck. I built other things, but I didn't build RCs no more for like a good almost a year. I want to say until the Executioner, I wasn't building anymore. Like I thought I hit my pinnacle of what I could accomplish in a RC. And then I built the Executioner. So, but the Executioner wasn't a headache. The Maximum Overdrive truck, it was everything. It fought me every step of the way. It was one of those things that just every little thing I tried to do to make this truck happen became a chore for me to do. Figuring out the angle of the drive shafts, figuring out where to get the drive shafts, to my printer malfunctioning to print the Goblin head, to any number of problems that I faced on that build. And during that 6-month time, I just was so done. I was like, oh, I have enough. I'm just going to play with what I got. I'm an RC addict. I love the stuff. Those are my famous last words, and you've heard me say it time and time and time and time again. I am done. I'm just going to drive what I have, and then all of a sudden, boom, I pop up with another RC. That's kind of crazy, huh? That's what happens. You know. So The Executioner actually wasn't a headache to build. The Executioner was fun to build after taking almost a year off from building any RCs. I built all this stuff, but not RC related. So that was a welcoming, refreshing thing to get back to. I needed that break. My brain was just like, oh, I'm done. So that was that. We are going to move on. Yeah, you can see them all up there. See the ladder? I have to get a ladder to get my RCs. You know you're a serious collector when you have to get a ladder. Let me put Maximum Overdrive someplace. Maximum Overdrive was up on that shelf. I took it down before filming. It was that crazy. It's that crazy. What do we got? Oh, hey Jeff, you're back. Cool. If you missed anything, you rewind and watch again. We've only covered 2 trucks out of my collection. And I'm drinking coffee because it's dang cold. And we've been live for over an hour. That is the craziness. You just jumped into the truck. I hear you, brother. All right, we're moving on. We gotta keep this roll. Man, this is gonna be like a 6-hour stream. We got so many RCs to cover, and we have only covered 2. Let's bring you in a little closer for something that is a little bit in the gaming realm. All right. Yeah, Jeff, you left Gimpy's house. That's funny. All right, we're entering the gaming realm, but it's still RC. Are you guys ready for this? This is much smaller scale. This was a custom build that I built on a dare. Someone dared me that I couldn't do something. Well, if you know me long enough, you know not to do that. So, what did they dare me to build? They said I couldn't make the Warhog into an RC. This is an actual running RC. This is the Warhog from Halo. One of my all-time favorite games. Many of hours been spent. I even have Master Chief driving it. A little bit big. This is built on a Traxxas TRX4M. This is before they had longer wheelbase ones. This is when they first brought it out. I had to extend the wheelbase. I am not taking this body off, and there's no need to. Everything is so come tight into this. This body is like permanently attached to this truck. The ESC is back there. The battery goes right in here. Yep. Rubber tires. I extended the links. I cut some stuff. As you can see, it says Traxxas on the back. So the only thing I didn't get was running lights up here. Vicky goes, I know, never dared the Payne family. Laugh out loud. Yeah, like this runs. This is a fully functional RC. I do not have a battery to show you that because I lent the battery out to someone. I was at an event and they never gave it back to me, and I just never bought another battery. They're cheap enough. I just never got around to it. So yes, send in the Marines. Oh, what the? Why is this dinging? I don't like when that happens. That should have been shut off. I thought I shut the dang notification button off. Give me 1 second. Yep, 117 Master Chief all the way, man. All the way. All the way, Vic. It's much smaller over rig. It's lightweight. And like I said, it was because someone dared me. And there isn't really too much more to say about this. Everything else is a stock Traxxas vehicle underneath it. The body's hard plastic. I took a toy. The body's a toy. I took a toy and I made it fit the TRX4M and made it somewhat functional. It's not, you know, it has a little bit, it's not what you consider a performer. It does have shocks. But it's just one of those really cool things to play around with. But it drives. It's not a performance oriented vehicle. It's more of, hey, look what I got. And you drive it around and yeah. So all the TRX4M crawling capability, some of it went away by adding this body onto it, how it all fits together. But you can still drive it. It's still an RC. Still an RC. Moving on. I really wish that didn't keep happening, but I bump into things. Everything, the holder that holds the phone isn't the greatest. We are moving on. So, switching views. For those of you who are staying tuned, you are now going to look at me. You're going to look through the lens. Once again, my phone still has a busted lens, so it's not the best quality, but I can't quite get to these next three without knocking things over. And so we're going to switch over, switching views. Voila. Right there. That is a Tiger. No, not the Tiger. That's a Tiger tank. Metal tracks. BB firing. Sound unit, smoke unit. The whole nine. The BBs are in the box that's above it. I don't use them that much, but I have them. Moving over. I believe that's the Panzer. German tank. Same thing. This one doesn't have metal track. This one has plastic track. Fires BBs. Up, down, turn. Does all the things that tanks does. Have a smoke unit. Has sound unit. It's very cool. I really miss driving around the tanks. And damn, I can't even remember which one this one was. I think this was a Russian tank. This one has metal. No, this one has plastic track. The only one that has metal is the Tiger. If I even got that right. I like tanks, I just don't know all the names they call them and stuff. So tanks. Yes, we have tanks. Sort of going with that whole military vibe of Master Chief and stuff, but like not. There's a tank video on my channel. It's very old. But I did play with tanks for a while. I actually had one or two more, but those all have gone since then. I only have the 3 left. And now they have infrared tanks that when they shoot, they shut down each other and do tank wars, and that's really cool. So that's something I'm super interested in. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I'm getting into the drift car scene now, so like, but we're not done yet. Not even close. Come here, Red. I have a redhead to show you guys. I do. What, you thought I was joking? Thought I was joking? Thought I was kidding? Yes. There's weights in the studio. Yes. This used to be my gym. Stupid. I keep dropping it. This damn phone. It works better far away. So let me kick you guys back to where you were, because it just does not want to. There, stay put. All right, guys, this is a Losi. This is the Losi Camaro. The lights light up. This is stock. I have done nothing to it. She is very dirty. So you can see, I actually do run my stuff. She has 4-wheel drive. Gotta put this back on. Two S. She's a 2S vehicle, and I do drive them. I know it seems like I have a huge collection. Like, we haven't even gotten to the back shelf over there, which wraps all the way around. Long video. Like I said, hope you have refills on your popcorn. very awesome Losi. That was a present 1 year from my family. I like presents, especially RC presents. Moving on. Oh, you guys fell down, go boom. Sorry about that. You fell down, go boom. Like I said, I had to come out here to do this. This is not the ideal setup. And obviously you're seeing the trials and tribulations of that setup, because as soon as I touch anything, everything wants to fall. Everything is temporarily set up just to get this stream done. Just for Crazy Boy, and hopefully he's still watching. Because Crazy Boy asked to see the collection. Little guy? I don't know, little guy. What little guy? Jeff, what are you talking about? I can't read it from there. Zip ties guy? No, you can't zip tie. You can't zip tie my phone. I need to be able to go back and forth. No glasses. Right now I still have injury on my nose. I can't put my glasses on. It hurts. This is a Vendetta. This is Arma Vendetta. This is a bone stock Vendetta. There is nothing special about this Vendetta. Everything that you need to know about this Vendetta is the fact that it is a Vendetta and it's discontinued. They do not make this car no more. It does 70 actual miles an hour. It is a street machine. It had some road rash. It looks sort of like a Batmobile. Very cool. That's funny. The insides look like that as dirt and debris fall out. And I didn't do any work to this car. Now, I've seen these cars do 130 actual miles an hour souped up with only changing out the ESC to a bigger ESC. This is on the lines of like the Limitless and things like that. I don't know why I don't know why they discontinued making this, but they did. As you can see, I do all sorts of types. And this is actually one of the... I don't have a radio in this right now. I stole the radio out for something else. It's what happens. I haven't driven this car in over a year. One of the reasons I haven't driven it is discontinued. So... like, get parts. Could I make parts? Probably, but heavy grade plastic. I mean, there's no flex in this. This is was a freaking awesome car. You know? Jeff, what the F did I do? The phone likes to sit right there. I'm using a road tire. Had the phone sitting in here. It's sitting on a shelf, and it's holding it just like that for your viewing angle. The shelf unit is 3-story high. It's the same shelf unit that the tanks were on. And because I bumped it trying to put the Camaro back, you guys went tumbling to the ground. That's what happened. And because I'm using the phone, yeah, I gotta finish this studio so it's up and running. But like, seriously, it's a lot of money going out of me right now. I don't have it to finish it. We're gonna put the Vendetta away. The Vendetta is awesome. It's super fast. This is not something you jump. This is strictly like on pavement driving for like speed runs and drifting. This is not a drift car, but it can do it. This is something that I like the looks of because it reminded me of the Batmobile. This is also something that at the next swap meet I might get rid of. Because I'm going into drifting, and if someone wants to do a deal for a drift car, then they can take the Vendetta home. Like I said, I don't run it no more. Oh boy, oh boy. How you all guys are holding up? Hour and a half stream so far. This is craziness. We're going to take a couple minutes. We're going to zoom you back in so we can have a little conversation in the chat. Make sure we are all caught up. Ah, Jeff, no, with my face? Dude, you're a mechanic. How do you get hurt? You do things, you get injury, and next minute you didn't notice that you got hurt, and blood just starts coming down. I scraped my nose working on the drift track. I don't know. I remember scraping the nose. I don't remember it being this bad. The kick in the pants was it was warm that day, so like it congealed, it did what it did. It dried up real quick and wasn't bleeding. It didn't start bleeding until after I got out of the shower. So I went into the shower, washed up, did my thing. I come out and I still didn't notice it. Went down, started a stream with blood dripping down me. And when I noticed it was when I looked in the camera and I saw a little bit of blood, and I was just like, "How did that happen?" That's what happened. Hopefully no more injuries. That was very close to the eye, and unfortunately, like that is exactly the same spot where my glasses sit. So it makes it hard for me to read stuff. As we say, we've been streaming for quite some time, and we're slowly getting there. We got some more stuff to show. How you all doing? You guys are a quiet bunch for the three of you that are in there. I think people are popping in and out as they feel fit. They see something that they like. Cool. We got another 10, 12 trucks, 5 or 6 boats to go through. Are you enjoying the content? Hi Vic. Glad you're here. Guess you're all wondering, that's my sister. All right, so moving on. The next two things I'm going to show you, well, the next one thing I'm going to show you, because the other doesn't really count, is a project that I haven't gotten off the ground. You just see me finish building the Executioner. So let me grab it. And you're going to stay right here because I have to move some stuff. Like I said, it's a project. Yeah, you son of a gun. I don't have to go into too much detail. Most of you will know what this is, especially since it says right on the front. This is an Altron. This is a discontinued truck from Vanquish. This is why it's a project. Vanquish is very expensive. No axles. It does have the transmission in it. But everything else is not there. No steering servo, no drive shafts, no motor. No anything. It's a skeleton. The transmission alone in this truck is worth like $200. $200 just for this one piece that's in the center of this truck. This has the light kit still in it, the rock lights, and I'm not exactly sure. I've been sitting on this for almost a year now. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with it. I have the shocks. You see them hanging on the side. So, like, this is one of those items that it's Vanquish. I like Vanquish. I don't have a lot of Vanquish stuff. Vanquish is very expensive. They got, you know, relatively speaking, depending on what you buy. This was a $900 truck when it first came out. Not a RTR. This was, RTR means ready to run, in case anyone wanted to know. This was a kit. It was that expensive. So the dilemma is to put Vanquish stuff back into this because it's not so basically restore this truck to the Vanquish glory that it should be is what I wanted to do with it. And then I started thinking about, well, maybe I'll just cheap out and put different axles and just to get it built to be able to run it. And that never happened because Executioner came about, and so I decided that the Executioner would be sort of where I wanted to fall. So this truck has been sitting on the shelf for a year, this project, and I wanted to restore it. But now, because of the way times are and the way how much things I got going on with building the drift track, with getting into drifting and stuff, Now I'm on the lines of maybe I would sell it because it is sought after. And just for the way this thing sits, just the way it is, I could probably get 250, 300 bucks. Remember, that transmission is 200 bucks alone. This is good Lexan. It's thick. I believe you can still buy the body, but you also have the rock lights in there. Vanquish rock lights set is very expensive. There's a lot of things to think about when it comes to this truck. I really do like it. I just so hard to like fund different things. And to bring you guys new content and just be sitting on this when that money could go into something. And that's the story behind the All Truck. I'm not going to tell you what I paid for it, but I will tell you this: I stole it. It wasn't no 300 bucks. It was just as it is. What you're seeing is what I got. I sometimes go hunting for RC stuff when times were better, and I had extra cash. Like go to swap meets and stuff. People sell stuff. People get desperate and they start selling things, and you can find good deals. Now this is also why I'm going to a swap meet on Sunday. Is that if I happen, some of the things I want is axles and parts for this. If I could trade something to get the parts for this, to do this truck right, then I will. But like I said, right now we're slowly getting into drifting, and that's a whole new animal, new experience. Let me put this back up. But damn, that's a good looking body. That's what she said. All right, moving on. We're gonna swing you around. Hopefully the camera goes over. Yeah, that's not bad. A little bit more stable. So since we brought up drifting several times, and part of my collection is I do actually own a drift car. We're gonna go and we're gonna jump into that. I'll be right back. And then, of course, that keeps happening. Sorry. We drop. I don't know why this thing. All right, we got to put you back where it like the balance. Aha! That seems to be the best spot for you guys. And since I'm done with messing around with that shelf, hopefully no more fallovers, unless I have to pick up the phone to read the comments. Because I can't see really that well from there. This is the Traxxas drift car. Do I need to say more? Sure I do. This has 2 custom things done to it. Other than that, it's stock. This is why we're building the drift track. Yes. If you all know me, you will know I have a love affair with Mustangs. I've owned several real Mustangs in my lifetime. Someday I might get another one back. This is the Mustang. This graphic on the side, that's yours truly. That doesn't come with the car. I had someone make that. I designed on a paper. So that's just one of the things I did to this drift car. Oh, shame on me, I left the battery in. Hint, guys, don't ever leave your batteries inside your cars. I didn't know I had the battery in it. That just, yep, that's something I gotta take care of right away. And dirt falls out. So the other upgrade on this car, it has ground lights. Now, if you're familiar with my channel, you watched me install these and what they look like when they're on. It gives you that glow underneath here. These are red. I don't know if I have any batteries for the radio. I could probably show you that. Let me guys are in luck. You're locked and loaded. All right. To show you what I'm talking about. Damn it. This body's always tricky to put on. You gotta get it lined up perfectly. Because it's clipless. Well, as close as I'm gonna get it. I gotta take it back off to shut it off, and I'm not gonna mess with it right now. There, now it's mounted. See how bright that is? If you give me a second, I could probably kill the overhead light, so you guys can check out it in somewhat glory. It lights up underneath the car. Drifting. I'm kind of fascinated about it. These don't go fast. They're made to slide sideways. It's controlled chaos. They're not fast cars at all. So get that out of your head. These are slower cars. They're made to slide around. On like kitchen surfaces, P-tile, some asphalt, but generally you want a smooth surface. The problem with drifting is where I live in Connecticut, there is no drift track. I have to drive 4 hours to get to closest drift track. Jeff, did you just say it gets expensive? Yeah, it does. And getting back to no drift track, which means I can't practice with a 4-hour drive one way to go play and then 4 hours back. Like, that's, and time to play, you're talking, 14-hour days. It's not feasible. Hence why I'm building a drift track on my property so I can go out my back door, go onto the drift track with this car, and practice and play as much as I want, and I don't have to drive anywhere. Now, if you're a member of my RC community, the Rough Riders, shout out to any of the Rough Riders watching, and you have a drift car, come down, play. You know, like they said, if you build it, they will come. And I'm building it. Yeah, Jeff, you gotta fix your vet. Rough Riders for life. Now watch that. Now watch that little comment get me sponged. We turned on the overhead light. I can't wait. Look how bright that is. That's the only hop-ups I've done to this car. Graphics and lighting. Because we're going to do some nighttime stuff. If I can find the clips, I'll be doing good. Underneath here. And underneath there. Clipless system. No pins to deal with and ugliness sticking out of your hood. That's why I went with Traxxas. Plus it's a Mustang. And it's easy for me to get parts, but it's a drift car. You're not going to break it. This time, because I'm smart, and we're there, we take the battery out of the car. You're not supposed to leave those in the car. They actually should be downstairs in my cellar. You guys having fun yet? Are you enjoying my collection? Jeff, or me. Oh, so much more stuff. So much more stuff. So much more to cover. I can't believe I have agreed to do this insanity. We're going to take a 5-minute. We're not shutting down. We're going to throw some music on. I need to do two things. Because I am a human being. I actually have to go water the roses. Drain the dragon. You know, I gotta pee, basically. And while I'm peeing, I need more coffee. And that means I have to go to the main house. And that's not far, but I have to go do it. So, while I'm doing that, we're gonna throw on some music. And I'll be right back. Take 5 minutes to go pee. Get something to eat. Get a refill. I'm back! Everyone's still there? Greetings and salutations! Yeah! 5-minute recess. I did it all within that length of that song, which was not even 5 minutes. I'm quick. Let's take a peek at what's going on in the chat world right now before we move on to our next vehicle. Oh, greetings from Germany. Well, hello. How's it going? I need glasses. The phone is actually 3 feet away from me. And yeah, I do wear glasses, but as you can see, I hurt my nose. Can't wear them where I have that boo-boo. We are in the United States, brother. In a state called Connecticut. And for the stuff that you have missed in the last 2 hours, we are going through my RC collection. There will be, the video will be, the video will be posted up so you can go back and watch what you have missed. This is a very long stream. Hope you have your recliner, your feet back, some popcorn, some frosty cold beverage maybe, or for me, I'm drinking coffee. What collection? Radio control car collection. We are doing the radio control car collection, and this is going on 2 hours, and I'm going through a lot of my RCs. Ooh, yeah, get some rest, and if you want to watch it, come back later and watch it, and feel free to leave comments. It will be posted. It's a very long stream. I've never done one this size before. Joe! Hi, how's it going? Thank you. And good luck to you. And I don't know, is it cold in Germany right now? I think it probably is, right? Try to stay warm if it is. Jeff. He's not stateside, buddy. He's in Germany. $20 at daytime. Yeah, that's cold. Like, I'm freezing and it's 50. And that's probably... Brr. That's really cold, man. Well, here's to you, man. Overseas. And get some rest, because I know you got to go to bed. But subscribe to Roughneck Adventures YouTube. Enjoy the content, and hit me up anytime you want. Uh, cheers. You're right, Jeff. That doesn't mean we can't have friends in Germany. You are so right. You should put the link in chat so people can come find it. Hamburg, Germany. I've never been to Germany. I'm not even sure where that is, but I am from German descent, so I'm German, English. I'm a mix. German's on my mother's side. It was her father. Her father was full German. My mother was half German. That makes me quarter German. All right, Jeff, you're not so worried. I can't do it while I'm streaming. All right, Beetlejuice brother, you take it easy, and we're gonna continue with the show. Feel free to listen to it while you go to sleep if that's something you do. I know some people like to have background noise. Next up on the docket, get to the chopper. Oh my God, this thing's gonna kill me. It does not want to. Use the battery. It doesn't want to. That's probably gonna fall over. It's being a pain in the butt. Oh, you sub, brother? Thank you. I appreciate it. We are trying to grow the channel. We're trying to do the YouTube thing. Even though I've been doing the YouTube thing for a very long time, I'm actually trying to get monetized. I think it's time. To earn some ad revenue as I progress down this road. So enjoy the content. Thank you for subscribing. We all appreciate it here. And if you're on Facebook, look up Roughneck RC and follow that page. That is us. Alrighty, we're moving on. We're going to switch it up a little bit. Let's see. We need to switch it up, so we need a switch 'em up sound. What do you say we go an article? Aye, matey. Yes, let's do it. Here's a little bit of music while I get the next thing. We are hitting the waves. We just brought 3 different things over here. Oh, who lives like a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. Three vehicles. Well, 3 nautical vehicles. Once I go through these 3, I have to go let my dog out real quick. And I am trying to speed this up a little bit because there's so much more that's coming. So, right now, in front of you, I'm going to start small. This is a jet ski. I have 2 of them. They're both pretty much the same. One is brushed, one is brushless. These are small. They're maneuverable. They have lights. Little tiny battery. You see the water intake. Bone stock. I need a rider. These are fun. I bought these last year. They were like $80 US. And they're just fun. I have access to a swimming pool. And they're also fun for like small rivers and things. You don't need a lot of space, a lot of room for them. They're not super fast, but they're fast enough where you can still enjoy it. All right. Going bigger. This is Jetstream. Mojo 2. It's a jet boat. This has no propeller. You don't have to worry about getting entangled in weeds and stuff. And I've only ran it once, believe it or not. I really need to get back into doing more boating stuff. This is a 6S boat. You can run it on 6S batteries, lipos. It is fun, it is fast, and it is enjoyable. So we don't just do land-based stuff. We do a little bit of everything. And get this out of the way. And we'll get this out of the way. All right. Well, if that's not your style of boating, then maybe this is. Proboat Sonic Wake. Extremely fast. Also, 6S, I believe 6S to 8S capable. It's been a while since I ran this. This is definitely an older boat now. They have the Sonic Wake 2 and they have other things that have come out. This is when they first started coming out with the self-righting thing. That's what these holes are for. So if you flip this, water fills up in the hull, and it's supposed to rotate back up. And I say supposed to because it does do it, but not reliable. Like honestly, that's one of the reasons I don't take this boat out. Is like I don't want to have to go swimming after it. The last time I had this out, it flipped upside down, and it didn't self-right. It didn't flip back up. It's supposed to automatically flip itself back right up. It didn't. But once again, this was the first gen of this technology. So hopefully the new one is better. So yeah, we got those things, those boats. Still more to come. I'm gonna go let my dog out real quick. It's gonna go back over to the house real quick, and then we will continue. This is a very long stream. I will say that multiple times during this stream. I've never done a stream this big, this in depth, and we've only covered half so far. Half of what I own. This was a request from Crazy Boy that I show off my collection. What he didn't know was how extensive my collection is. With that, more to come. Please stay on. And while I'm away and you're listening to some tunage, hit the like button. It helps. You only can hit it once though, because if you hit it a second time, it does away with it. So only hit it once, but hit the like button. It helps. It helps the algorithm, and it helps grow the channel. And put some comments down below when we get back. We'll read some more comments. And yeah, do you have a boat? Do you like boating? Do you do RC boating? Please, I'm interested. Put it down below, and we'll be right back in a couple minutes. Told you I'd be back. We dropped some people. I don't blame them. This is a very long stream. Oh my gosh! So much stuff going on. So many RCs to explore. What in the world? Told you I'd be right back. Dropping people. Boom, boom. And we're back. This is my SCX6 axial rig. This is a custom. This is definitely like a very heavy rig. It weighs close to 50 pounds. Now the original SCX6 is a 25-pound rig. I've doubled the weight. This is a steel chassis. Well, not really chassis, but cage. But since the cage does make up the majority of the chassis, we can call it a chassis, I think. This is copper. Actual copper. So these plates I cut out of copper. It started its life as an SCX6. I pulled it all apart. It is mostly a stock SCX6, other than its look. Front servo is upgraded to a 5th scale front servo. Much needed when you're dealing with a 50-pound rig. Motor is the original. ESC is the original. Shift servo, I believe, is the original. Drive shafts are original. Linkages are original. I don't remember what I'm running for tires. I think they're Tusks. I believe they're Tusks. So Tusks are on these big bad boy rims. These are Amazon special rims. You could do curls with it. Kinda. That's heavy. Shocks are original. Two-speed transmission, which is the original transmission. And I've named her Copperhead. This is one bad MO. MOF. Or MF. One bad MF. I'm getting tired. This is a long stream. There's not much more I can tell you about it. Everything else is stock. It's just cage work. And the cage work is steel. And it was custom welded and dipped for me. This is not your everyday crawler. This will perform very, very, very well, but it's not something that you want to take deep into the woods with because it weighs so much. If it breaks down, you gotta lug this thing back out. And not, I'll try to give you a better look. As you can see, it is one big bad truck. Well, buggy, because it's a buggy now. Started its life as an SCX6 Jeep. I gotta put this all the way back up. Up the ladder I go. And grab another one. So tell me, guys, are you enjoying my collection? Don't worry, I'm moving quickly. Or quicker, I should say. That. Alrighty, we're into fast buggy territory now. This is my Typhon, Armor Typhon. This is a 6S Typhon. This Typhon I have twisted and flipped and beat and done so much hard bashing with this car, and it takes it. I absolutely love this platform. If you could only like buy one RC, just one, and you know, you've seen how the variety is, it would be this car. It's done 30 feet in air. It's done all sorts of things. And it will take a beating like no one's business. Now, like I said, I run my stuff. This is very dusty and dirty. If we get dry weather again, which it hasn't been dry in a month, this rain is killing us, I will be running this again. She is bone stock. Bone stock. And runs awesome. We're talking hitting speeds of 65, 70 miles an hour off-road, doing BMX tracks, flying high, and just there's nothing like it. There's nothing quite like it. It's 4-wheel drive, and this is one, like I said, is completely stock. You can order yours from Horizon if you want one. At the time, this was like $600, and I bought it for one of my birthdays for myself. I think I bought it for my birthday. I'm not even sure. I might have just bought it to buy it. I don't know. Love this car. It's awesome. And we're going to keep on moving. Up the ladder I go. Something a little less dirty, but still in the buggy category. This is a Corelli Python. This is custom. This is a completely custom because I got the Corelli Python in a trade. And then they had butchered the Corelli Python by putting a underpowered motor and setup inside the Corelli Python. And it was very, very, very heartbreaking. This car should keep up with the Typhon. The buggy. And so I took the electronics and I threw them out. And then what we did was we went and bought new electronics. Yes, it's Spectrum stuff, but it's the same stuff that's in the version 2, which is it's in the Typhon, the new updated system. The Typhon there has the old system. This has the new updated system. And as you can see, it's very clean in there. Why? Because I have not run this car. Every time I'm going to go run this car, we're getting rain. Last year, at the end of the season is when I did this upgrade. Got this thing running. Because for a while, I was so mad at it that it was ridiculous. But now, it's a running car. And I'm just waiting for dry weather to go to the BMX track when it's not flooded and be able to have a great time with this Corelli and with the guys, you know. So guys, if you're watching this, you gotta get your bashers running. You had all winter to wrench on this stuff. You should have had all your stuff ready to go. I know, money at times it's hard, money's short. Here's your effing Christmas card. Ho, ho, ho. But, seriously. I love buggies. Crawlers are awesome. But for fast stuff, I love buggies. And this buggy should do 70 miles an hour. They're extremely fast. Yes, it's 8th scale. Or 7th. No, 8th. It's not 10th. It's bigger than 10th. I don't know what they classify it as. Any case, they fly well. They bash well. They're fun. And this is 4-wheel drive too. Up the ladder I go. Let's see what else we got. Oh, guys, I gotta move the ladder. We're starting to make the bend in the shelf. There's another part to this. I gotta get it. I know, no wheels. Why? Because it's retired. All you Cobra Kai fans out there, let me say, this is a Vanquish Phoenix. This is a Vanquish Phoenix. This is the same truck, just two different bodies. This was my original body for the Vanquish Phoenix. I had a driver in there. You can probably see part of his leg still. My niece drove this off the top of a giant rock pile onto cement, like way up high. Like we're talking a 6-7 foot drop. So the driver became dead, and the driver was Johnny from Cobra Kai with a beer in his hand and driving the Cobra Kai Phoenix. There's videos of this truck. This is the same truck. Why is there no tires and wheels? This truck is retired. This truck has seen the bottom of swimming pools. This truck has seen the bottom of rivers. This truck has been used and abused, and yet she still runs. I have done no maintenance at all after building it. If I can get the body off, I'll be doing good. Where is the tab? Well, I'll show you this one because it is a flip nose. This was my first crawler I built. My very first crawler. We are running the Copperhead system from Castle Creation in here. It's a matching system including the motor, which is Castle Creation, which is in here. We are running Dig. There's a Dig servo. We are also running a 2-speed transmission, I believe. This truck was the very first crawler. I used to be from the bashing world, so like I was talked into getting into crawling from my buddy Alden. I didn't know how much I would love it. So one winter I built this truck. Obviously it wasn't this body, like this is a secondary body, it was this body. And we went out and crawled. And ever since then I've been hooked in the crawling world. It's still my all-time favorite thing to do in RC is crawl. We will see how drifting lines up with that. Drifting might overtake it. I don't know, but crawling for me is still why majority of my stuff is crawlers. This is the Phoenix, and I don't really have much more to say about it other than I have retired this truck because it was the first truck, the first crawler I ever built. It was the most enjoyable crawler. I can still run it. It's still all hooked up. A lot of rust. A lot of rust. Jeff, you're lazy, huh? Don't be lazy. We got to go back up the ladder. We're going to keep moving. We're going to try to keep this rhythm going. There's some trucks that take longer for me to explain because I've done so much custom work. And then there's other trucks that I don't really have to talk as much. but this truck will never go anywhere. I might do a rebuild on it someday, but it was a good trail truck. It was not a performer by any means. And it was at a time in my life when I just started getting into crawling. Just started crawling. This was my first crawler. And I didn't really understand what I was doing when I was building. Now, I don't like having all the digs and all that. I like to keep my crawlers pretty basic. Up the ladder we go! Oh, we gotta move the ladder, guys. Gotta move the ladder. We are getting there. We are slowly getting there. Getting to some of this stuff. Is much harder than it looks. Next up on the docket, oh yeah, we are looking at an SCX6 Axial. I used to love, and I still probably do love Axial, even though they canceled Horizon. They canceled them. Oh, the Fest, Axel Fest. I went to Axial Fest one year. I do want to go again. I don't know when. We're going to Farm Fest this year. There is no Axial Fest this year anywhere. They canceled it. They canceled. This is a 10.3. There's nothing special about this truck. This is... I picked the axles are stock and they're brand new because I picked the chassis up for like $50. I am running a Fusion in it. It has a shift servo. And other than that, I mean, they're Amazon rims. There were some cheap pin tires that I got. They're super soft. They should work good on the rocks. This is what I call my loaner truck. Sometimes you have a friend that don't have a truck. This is the truck I let them drive. But if they break it, they gotta pay to fix it because things are getting way too expensive in the world. Nothing special about it. Going back up the ladder. All right, are you guys cat fans? Do you like anything to do with cats? Because next up is the Red Cat Fusion. I should say Ascent Fusion. Bone stock. Carbon fiber. Comes with a Fusion. The That's where it gets its name. It comes with a Fusion. I didn't have to put it in it. Very muddy. Nothing special about these tires. These are just Traxxas Canyon tires. I got them. I like the rims. The rims were I got at a meetup. Someone was selling them. The tires came with it. I was too dang lazy to take these tires off and put the megalithics on. I love megalithic tires. But, so, this is what I call my mud truck. When it's rainy and stuff, or I'm going to an event, I will have this truck with me. Because if the weather turns, even if there's a chance of it turns, this would be the truck that I drive everywhere and anywhere. It is not the most capable truck in my collection. But it is a good truck. And with the proper tires, not these tires, with good tires on it, it will crawl decently. These tires don't get great traction. But considering I put this truck through mud and all sorts of things, I don't care. It's fine. I don't need everything to perform perfectly. Like, sometimes it's just good to have a bone stock truck that you don't mind taking out in the elements. Whether it's rain, sleet, snow, sun, mud, whatever might be thrown your way. This is the truck I take out in that environment. We're keeping on moving. We're moving. We gotta keep it moving. Also, because my battery is dying, when I went out, I grabbed the charger. Now, if I do this without interfering everything, we'll be doing good. If I lose you, I am sorry. Once again, I was not expecting to stream this long. But we are going to attempt to plug in the phone so we can continue the collection. Oh boy, we lost connection. Whew. Dang it, we weren't even done. We had plugged the phone back in. We were going to try to get through our trucks and then say goodnight to you all, fine folks, because this is crazy. I think we lost everyone when the stream shut down. Now this makes it harder because the phone has to charge. Makes it harder. We're going to get through this, even if people are not here. I am so sorry about that. Now I got to make a makeshift holder. Oh, we got one that came back. I'm glad you're still here. Oh, man, was that, as soon as I plugged it in, it started shutting down. I was just like, oh, man, I didn't know my battery ran that low. That's the brakes when it happens. We're going to give, before we continue, we're going to give it a few more minutes. We're going to throw up a song. A little bit of Renaissance music. Saying I'm sorry that happened. It's craziness. 3 trucks left. 3 trucks. 3 trucks, guys. That's all we got to get through. Let's give people a couple minutes to get in. 5 people are in. We got 3 trucks left. This is the longest stream I've ever done, and come to find out, you can't stream more than 2 hours and a half before your phone dies. It's good to know. When the song is up, I'll grab another rig. Oh man. Woo! We are on fire today. Well, because of how I have to have the phone set, drawback distances are what they are. It is the way it is. We got one of the best performing trucks I ever had, and I didn't even build it. This is the Rhino. I got it in a trade. I traded an SCX6 for this. This is, if you know anything about RCs, like, you will know that this truck, what's in it, is like the cream of the crop type components at the time whenever that person built it, and that it is one step below an MOA. MOA is motor on axle. People call them robots. They do amazing things with those robots. This is one step below that. Yes, she's dirty. Man, all my stuff is dirty. Deluxe Fab shocks. Deluxe Fab shocks are like $90 a pair. That's $180 in shocks alone. Killer Bee Outrunner motor. 10 amp peak BEC. Yeah, it very light. Axles are aluminum, obviously. Drive shafts are custom. Carbon fiber rails. SaveX front servo. Like I said, I didn't build it, so it's called the Rhino. And for me, I call it Blue Rhino. And she has been up Sleeping Giant, which is one of the hardest crawls that we do as a group. And hopefully we'll do it again this year, but so much stuff going on, who knows? This is also known as a cheater rig. and very dusty. I mean, you could tell like it's been ran good. We're down to the final two trucks. 222, 222. One is custom that I built, like crazy custom, and the other is bone stock. We're going to start with the crazy custom. The problem with the crazy custom is I have to get to it, and there's a lot of stuff in the way, like tractor trailer truck. So this particular truck I built a few years ago. This particular truck is well known in my circles of friends. This particular truck is called Black Beauty. I gotta take this. The last time out I lost my mount. That's what this strap is for. But we're gonna reconfigure how we mount stuff up on this. This is Black Beauty. This is sitting on an SCX10 Pro chassis with carbon fiber rails. I should hold it up so you guys can see it because of the camera angle. With carbon fiber rails. I modeled it after a 1930s vehicle, but I want it to be a hot rod. It has megalithic tires, ZZR, YZZR 3D printed inserts inside the tires, a raw 500 servo. It's powered by a Fusion SE, and the unique fact is I built a flip top nose. The battery goes up in here, plugs into here. You can see it has a firewall right here that's made out of copper. And this is a high performance rig. Very high performance rig, guys. I'll show you even better. Like, this locks in, but right now this is one of my babies. She's dirty, she's dusty, she does not come out and play very often. I put a lot of time into this one too. This is completely custom. As you can see, figuring out how to mount this body, figuring out the flip top, the nose that flips forward, how to place the battery, which I got to re-engineer now. The headers that come off of it are 3D printed. The body is a 3D printed out of ABS. The this is one of those rare cases where I actually reached out to my buddy Alden. He printed the headers for me. He printed the motor for me. Um, I didn't have a 3D printer when I built this. I wasn't even into that, and he helps me out a lot that way. It also has a light down here for nighttime. I didn't put any backlights on it. She crawls like a champ. She's also been up Sleeping Giant. Sleeping Giant is like the hardest crawl we do. Sleeping Giant Mountain. Oh, then that one was a fun one to print. Yeah, brother, I'm sure it was. I actually want to mold some of these parts, but this baby right here. This is Black Beauty, and I don't really need to, like, if you know, you know, like, she's kind of famous. She's seen her shakedown run. Get this, her shakedown run was Sleeping Giant Mountain. I built it untested rig. I generally like to test my rigs thoroughly before I go up that mountain. This was an untested rig, and she went up Sleeping Giant. There's video footage of it. Like, that's crazy to bring a untested rig up a mountain. And we're talking a mountain, not oh, it's a rock pile or a hill. No, Sleeping Giant Mountain is a mountain. And if you're not conditioned for it, like, it will kick your butt. It is a 5 to 6 hour crawl. It is the longest crawl we do. It is the most difficult crawl we do. And we do it once a year. We got to condition ourselves for it. I'm not conditioned for it. None of the guys are conditioned for it right now. And the problem is we can't get out and get conditioned for it because it's constantly raining here. But this is another one of those trucks I won't sell. I mean, you would have to offer me some kind of ridiculous amount of money for me to sell this truck. Ridiculous amount of money. Because when I do customs, you're talking $1,000 or better in each one of these custom builds. And I don't do them all that often because they are so dang expensive. This is a full droop truck. Like, if you look at how low the back axles go, I'm laying these shocks almost completely flat. But when it comes off the rocks, she drops down. This truck, like, there were some things I did on this truck that were very experimental for me. And they worked out great. So, Black Beauty, she is one of the cream of the crops. She's supposed to look rough. You guys are like, oh, what's so pretty about that? It's like, it's supposed to be flat black. It's supposed to look like an old school hot rod, like a rat rod. Like, you know, it's not supposed to be all perfect, but it's supposed to accompany that spirit of America, being a hot rod of myself, like the rat rod spirit that people build rat rods, and they don't look the greatest, but they certainly kick butt. And we now have one truck left, guys. Almost 3 hours of streaming to go through my collection. I am never doing a collection video again. Even if my collection changes, I am not doing another video like this again. This is a one and done thing. So Crazy Boy, if you're still watching, I hope you enjoyed your special request, because that's what inspired this stream. Not doing another 3-hour stream again. No, no, no. Black Beauty, guys. Awesome truck. Thank you, Alden, again for all your help over the years with all the stuff that we do. You're a great friend and very smart guy. You can do it all. Boop. Back up the ladder we go. One left, guys. One left. One final truck. You've made it. You're the cream of the crop. 3-hour stream. Oh, this one's a big one too. There's plans for this one, but we just never get to it. This is a big one too. Oh my God. This is big. Oh man. It's a big one. Big one. Alden, no problem, buddy. Anytime. Thanks, man. Yeah, Alden, like, you know me, I always come up with these crazy projects and then I gotta figure out how to do them, and especially when it comes to 3D printing world, no one beats you, brother. You're the guru. You are my Obi-Wan Kenobi when it comes to learning on 3D printing. And I still don't have the time. I've been off all week. I still haven't had the time to like mess with that stuff. Maybe tomorrow, but tomorrow's my birthday. I don't know. This is the X4. This is bone stock. This is Cross RC. This is my logo. One of them. I have two logos. This is Roughneck Adventures logo. The other logo, Roughneck RC logo, is near and dear to me. That I created both of them myself. This is a crawler. Like I said, she is bone stock. I added the graphics. I added the tent thing here. And that's all I did. The idea with this truck is to make it FPV. First person view. Mount a camera inside here, look out the window, so you can drive it around. That's what I want to do with this truck. I haven't done it. This has full lights. It has a sound unit. It has a horn. And it's a trail truck. It's not made for anything else. It really is not an expert rock crawler. This is not something you would take climbing Sleeping Giant or any mountains like that. You could do some rock scrambling with it. It will do it. It's more at home, just on the trails, not crazy rock crawling type stuff. And it's fun to drive, and it's a Jeep. Well, it's not a Jeep, but it's a Jeep, if you know what I mean. And it's great. And yeah, I had this out once early this year. Haven't been out with it yet. I have so many. I choose what I'm putting it back up the ladder, by the way. I choose what I bring out with me, depending on what the terrain is and where we're going. Each truck is a little bit different. Oh my God, this thing's heavy. One-handing it like that. Each truck is a little different. And each thing brings its own unique challenges. And now we're on 3 hours, so we're gonna wrap this up. 3 hours of streaming to go through my collection. That is every single RC. You guys still there? You guys that hung out the whole entire time? Congratulations. 3-hour video is very long. Very long. Too long. I don't know. Streaming that long. As you can see, the phone shut down, rebooted up, all these problems that you have when you stream for this period of time. I hope you enjoyed my collection. Now that you've seen what I got. All of them. Time to take a nap. Yeah, it really is. It's time to take a nap. Man, up and down the ladder to get all that, like... Granted, I wanted to get the Maximum Overdrive truck down because I do want to play with that a little bit if we get decent weather, which we're not going to have decent weather. And when we do have decent weather, I'm busy doing other things. That's the story of my life. I have time now. And what is it doing? Raining. Let's see. So we're winding down, guys. Thank you for watching my video. And thank you for the people that have subscribed. Thank you for liking the video if you have. I hope the content was enjoyable. It's one of those deals. We did it. We went through my whole entire collection. You did it. You know what? Give yourself a round of applause. Congratulations. You made it through a 3-hour stream. That is awesome. Give you guys a pat on the back. Roll a fatty if you need to. Pour a cold one. And take a load off. Thanks, Vic. It's been a long road to leading you to the collection video. Something that I had in the back burner for a long time, and I just thought about how long it takes me to do a collection video. So let me leave you with some words of wisdom. Oh, Jeff, best one yet? Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you hung in there. I hope it was interesting. Hope you all had a great time of passing your time watching my fat butt go up and down the ladder. The big rigs down, big rigs up, big rigs left, big rigs right. I showed you I am into a variety of things. Guys, Rough Riders. In case you're wondering, Rough Riders are my group. They're members of my club. Rough Riders for life. All right, some words of wisdom. My wisdom. Remember, time is valuable, so do the things you love. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm glad you like the hoodie. Star Wars, brother. 42 years. Actually, it's probably like 45, 46 years now. So my words of wisdom is just that. Time is valuable. Do the things you love. Whether it's playing with toy trucks, hunting, fishing, cosplay, racing cars, hot rods, chasing women, chasing whatever your preference is, eating, drinking, be merry, all the stuff that you might like, do it. You're only here for a short period of time. You might as well do what makes you happy. Life is so full of stuff that we have to do that we don't really like. So, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If you enjoy playing with small toy cars and people say something to you, they got problems, not you. You're happy. Don't let them dictate to you what your happiness should be. And remember to love one another, keep your family close, keep your friends close, and enjoy every day as it might be your last. Now, get out there, play hard, and play dirty. Love you guys. Peace. God bless. And I'll see you on the flip side.